Hello, everyone. It is 5:35 on this Thursday evening, March 5th. We have a lot to talk about today, including an Okaloosa County murder suspect who's been arrested. The new chief of the Pensacola Police Department is on the job tonight, and we're going to tell you what a state representative is doing about a lake closed to the public, a lake a lot of members of the public want open. Let's get it started.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and happy Thursday evening to you. I'm happy to be here with you for News 5 Now. I'm Roseanne Haven. This is where we talk about the big stories of the day and we get your feedback on several topics. Let's go ahead and get started on those big stories as we count down, starting with number 5. The Trump administration has removed the Department of Homeland Security. The Secretary, Kristi Noem's dismissal comes after months of scrutiny, especially after the deaths of 2 American citizens during an immigration operation in Minneapolis. Congress refused to approve a funding plan for DHS after the shootings. The president nominated Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin as a potential replacement. He would need to be confirmed by the Senate. Moving on to number 4, Pensacola's top cop is officially on the job. There you see him chatting with News 5's Hannah O'Gara. Chief Eric Winstrom is trading in snowstorms for the gorgeous sunshine in Florida, joining the PD after leaving the same position in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Chief Winstrom gave his thoughts on the department's latest technology. It's called flock cameras. They can capture the license plates of criminal suspects or people who may be trying to flee the city. The technology is already being used around the country. Some folks in Pensacola don't really want it down here. But Chief Winstrom says the camera's crime-solving capabilities should outweigh any fears. Be sure to watch WKRG News 5 at 6 coming up in a few minutes for the full interview with Chief Winstrom. Moving on to number 3 now. A bill in the Alabama House would reopen Big Creek Lake for recreation. The lake is the main drinking water supply for hundreds of thousands of people, and the Mobile Area Water and Sewer System closed it for recreation last year to protect the supply. State Representative Shane Stringer says he doesn't understand why Moz is doing that. Why it's considering boaters and fishermen risks by keeping them off the water. So he's sponsoring House Bill 484. Stringer says the state has stocked the lake with around 900,000 bass, so folks can go enjoy the water and catch some of that fish. He believes something can be worked out to keep both parties happy. A lot of folks want that reopened. Number 2. This is a News 5 update in West Mobile. 2 more arrests in a deadly shooting off Ziegler Boulevard. 21-year-old Tamarvin Jones is charged with felony murder. Another suspect, whom we're not identifying because of his age, has also been arrested. Jones is charged with the shooting death of 25-year-old Latarius Bailey, that happening at the intersection of Valdez and Skipper Drives. Another suspect, a third suspect, who is also a minor, was actually arrested on Monday. That takes us to number 1 now, another News 5 update. This one is in Northwest Florida. This one kind of blows my mind a little bit. We now know the name of the suspect. Actually, this is not the one I was thinking of. Sorry about that. The name of a suspect after a deadly shooting in Okaloosa County. 20-year-old Kavari McQueen of Crestview was arrested last night in Tallahassee. Investigators believe McQueen and the victim were in a car yesterday. They got into an argument, and that ended in gunfire. The victim's body was found on Taylor Road. That's a look at our big stories at this hour. The question, or the story I was about to tell you, that kind of blows my mind is regarding an 18-year-old in Florida who apparently got video of him fleeing from deputies and them chasing him, and dude posted that on TikTok, and this happening in Santa Rosa County, and they arrested the guy. We have the video, and we'll have the complete story coming up for you on WKRG News 5 at 6. That's the story I thought that we had there. My bad there. Now let's move on and move to our question of the day and share your answers. The question is, what is the best advice you've ever received? Let's see what you guys are saying. I'm always looking for good advice. I want to see what the best advice you've received. Okay. Oh, wow, Coley Johnson. Don't take a laxative and a sleeping pill at the same time. You know, I never thought about doing that. Someone else says, don't take a laxative and sneeze. Nick Anderson, don't take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive. Beverly's Journey says, believe half of what you hear, all of what you see. Some people say don't even believe everything you see. Okay. Aaliyah Phipps says, never leave a job before you have another one. Susan Bryant Forbes says, just smile while you are killing them with kindness. Strody Wilson, put the plug in before you launch. These are kind of fun. Oh my, Jacob Hadley says best advice he ever received was to forget about her and go home. All right. David French, always keep a litter bag in your car. It doesn't take up much room, and when it gets full, you can just throw it out the window. Okay. Oh, Matthew Press, take advantage of every hiking trail. I like that one. Chris Turner, don't take any wooden nickels. We've all heard that. Ooh, Kent Byers, always step over a pile, don't step in it. I guess you should look where you're going. Maybe that's the best advice. Yeah, Marty Thornton Pruitt, this is a good one. Walk away when you're mad. You can never unspeak a spoken word, no matter how badly you regret it. So true. Here's another one. Patty Fields Matthews, the way someone treats you is a reflection of how they feel about themselves. I've had to remind myself of that about people over the years. That's a good one. And another one, Kathy Ent, don't go to bed mad at your spouse. Shane McBride. Hey, Shane. Showing up is half the battle. Okay, these are a lot of good ones and some funny ones, too. Move with purpose, Ebony Horton Bradley. Her mama gave her that piece of advice. Lee Peacock, focus on what you can control. That's a good one. Why do we worry so much about things we cannot control? Okay, now I need to move on. Boy, I'm enjoying those. Thank you for participating in that. Now we are going to go to our next question of the day. Oh my goodness. Would you drink a ranch milkshake? Ugh, that would be a hard no for me. The other one is, will you be watching the Masters tournament? Okay, be back here tomorrow and we'll have your results. In the meantime, I've got to go backwards. Somehow I've skipped over this Facebook poll that we're showing you the results to. Should athletes be ejected for attempting to stop a fight during a game? 5% of you say yep. 90% of you say no, not if they're trying to stop a fight during a game. And 5% of you, I guess, don't care. You don't have an opinion. I want to thank you all for participating in that. In the meantime, we're just a few minutes away from WKRG News 5 at 6. I hope to see you then. I'll be on there with Peter Albrecht, Ed Bloodsworth, and Gerhard Mathangani. For now, I'm going to say goodbye. Tomorrow's Friday. Have a great weekend.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.